Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I just wanted to come on here and do a really quick little brow tutorial. I know my eyeshadow looks a little crazy. I sat down and started playing with some colors. While I was sitting down playing, I thought, I'll just turn on the camera because I haven't filmed an eyebrow tutorial for y'all yet. I just wanted to share with y'all how I do my eyebrows, and hopefully y'all can learn something from it. And don't forget to go follow me on Snapchat and Instagram. My usernames for those will be listed down below. So if you want to learn how to get an Instagram brow, then keep watching. So to begin, I'm going to start by brushing out my eyebrows with a spoolie. I'm just brushing through them really well, getting out all of the powder and the different products that may be in them from, doing our whole makeup. Right after that, I'm gonna take my clear Anastasia brow gel, and I like to run this through my brows a little bit before I fill them in because I think it makes the product go on easier. Okay, now we're gonna begin the process of actually filling our brows in. And the product that I like to use to fill my brows is the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo. It comes with a lighter color and a darker color. The brush I'm gonna use is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush, and it's number 12. You can see how small this brush is. So it's really gonna give the effect of a natural hair-like stroke when we go to fill it in. As you can tell, I have very straight across brows. I like to call them Kendall Jenner brows, but I don't really like that. I wish I had more of an arch, so I'm just gonna create that myself. And what I'm gonna do is from where I would typically want the arch to be, kind of from the middle part of the brow all the way to the center, I'm going to fill it in on the bottom, and then from the arch to the tail of the brow, I'm gonna fill it on top. So it's gonna give it more of the arch effect that I want. So I'm gonna go in with the lighter color first. I'm gonna start in the middle and just draw hair-like strokes all the way to the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the outer half of the eye. So now I'm gonna use the darker color, and I'm just gonna fill it underneath first, and then we're gonna go back and do the arch on the top of the brow. And something else you wanna keep in mind when filling in the tail of your brow, I'm not taking the product and going down with it. I'm taking the product and going kind of straight out with it. And the reason we want to do that is because if we were to go down and kind of give it that circular end, it's going to make this area on our face look wider, therefore making our whole face look bigger. So if you just take it and kind of flick straight out with it and give it more of a straight line, you're going to have the appearance of a slimmer face. Now we're gonna do the outline on the top part of the brow. So for this, I like to push my brows down so I can kind of see the shape that I'm going for better. Now on the top part of the brow, I'm only going to use the dark color. I'm gonna start right where I would want my arch to be, and I'm just going to draw my own arch. Now obviously, if you have an arch, you can completely skip this step and just fill in your brows the way they are, but I do not, so therefore I had to make my own. And then I'm gonna brush the hairs back over. And as you can see, now we have more of an arch. We are gonna go back and fill in the sparse areas, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do the outline of the other brow first. And let's all just keep something in mind. Your eyebrows are sisters. They are not twins, so no, they're probably not going to be perfectly symmetrical, but that's life. Now I'm going to fill in the tail of my brow, just anywhere that you have sparse hairs or no hair in my case. Okay, now that we have that done, we're gonna switch back to the lighter shade and fill in the front of our brows. So for the front, I just kind of like to do upwards, hair-like strokes, like so. So now is the time after they are completely filled in is when I like to go in and groom. So any, hairs that aren't in the brow we just filled in, I'm gonna go ahead and tweeze those real quick. Okay, once you have tweezed the hairs that are not in the brow we filled in, I'm going to take the brush we were using earlier to fill our brows in. Now I'm going to use the spoolie side, and I'm just going to brush the product up. And I'm only doing this in the front of the brow. Okay, now it is time for the most important part. Like, I cannot stress how important this part is. If you want to have great looking, perfectly shaped brows, you need to do this step. Do not skip it. So I'm just taking a little bit of my concealer. Any concealer you have will work. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I'm just using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. From the drugstore, obviously, and I'm taking a flat small definer brush, and then I'm going to carve out my brow. And what this does is it cleans up any powder, that are not. I don't know why I'm trying to talk while doing my eyebrows. Hold on one second. Now I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger again, so we don't have any harsh concealer lines. Okay, now I'm gonna take my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel one more time. This time when I run the brow gel through my brows, I'm going to put a lot because I want my brows to stay in place and not move. So another important step, well, a step that I think is important, is making sure to highlight your brow bone. Any bone color shade works. Sometimes I like to use shimmers, sometimes I like to use mattes. It really doesn't matter, but you do want to make sure that it is a lighter shade. And I'm just gonna put this right underneath where we created that arch. If you liked this video and if you thought it was helpful and you learned some tips and tricks, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.